Good morning, Morgan, and good morning to any of Morgan's friends that are sitting in on this video. In today's video, the 25th video, we're going to be talking about looping again. This will reinforce some of the things that we've talked about before. And in these examples, we'll be using dictionaries and lists. I've got 6 examples that we're going to look at in this video. Here's the first one, and you know the deal. Just pause the video and copy this stuff down into your editor if you want to run them for yourselves. And also the nice thing about doing that is that you save it, and then later on when you actually are creating a program and you think, I need to loop through a list or a dictionary, you just come by, steal some of the code out of these examples, plug it into your code, modify it so that it works. Bada boom, bada bing. Yes, let's work smart, not hard. Okay? Anyway, so there are the 6 examples we're going to be looking at today. And with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the manual, and we're going to read the manual, and then we're going to run the examples. You know the deal. All right, with that, let's go. And here we are in the manual for this video. Let's go ahead and get started and get through this boring stuff.
Python Training Video 25 Looping Techniques. When looping through dictionaries, the key and corresponding value can be retrieved at the same time using the items method.
All right, see that? We've created the dictionary, and here the looping. See, they've got the 2 variables here, the K and the V. The key is the K, the value is the V. Okay? And also notice that it's using the items function here because there's something a little bit more complicated, but because we're at a higher level, we don't need to know what it's doing. We just need to know that we need to use that to get the data out correctly. All right, and then here you go. Here's the output, and we'll see this, of course, in the when we run the code.
When looping through a sequence, the position index and corresponding value can be retrieved at the same time using the enumerate function. For I.
All right, to see that, what they're doing here is they're taking a list and they're actually adding a unique key to the front of it. Okay? So they're taking a list and they're kind of making a directory out of it if they wanted to, but they're not actually creating a dictionary, they're just printing it out. Okay? All right. Let's continue.
To loop over 2 or more sequences at the same time, the entries can be paired with the zip function. Questions equal.
Oh my, isn't that interesting? Look at this. You can take 2 lists and use it like it was a dictionary. Isn't that cool? Yeah. All right. Let's go on to the next example.
To loop over a sequence in reverse, first specify the sequence in a forward direction and then call the reversed function.
Okay. They're also using the range. Remember how the range things worked? Okay, so, all right. So I think what it's doing is you're creating the range, which is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Because what are we saying? We're saying start at 1 and go up to 10. Go and do it every 2. So you're hopping, right? And then we reverse it. All right. Okay, let's continue.
To loop over a sequence in sorted order, use the sorted function, which returns a new sorted list while leaving the source unaltered. Basket equals apple, pear, orange, banana. For I in sorted basket.
Okay, I could try to get this thing to stop. All right, so we're learning a lot. Now we're using a sorted in this list. Okay, isn't that interesting? I think that's it. Oh no, wait, here's a little bit more. Let's finish this up.
Using set on a sequence eliminates duplicate elements. The use of sorted, in combination with set, over a sequence is an idiomatic way to loop over unique elements of the sequence in sorted order.
Okay, so notice how we've got two functions that were nested one. We're nesting the set within the sort. So the set is losing all the duplicates, and then the sort sorts it in alphanumeric order. I suspect there's also a parameter with the sort where you can go and reverse it so that it starts from highest to lowest. All right, and then this bit we're not going to pay any attention to because you haven't learned algebra or trigonometry yet. So trying to explain this kind of math to you right now, I think is a waste of everyone's time. Oopsie. So with that, let's go on and run the code and take a look at the examples. All right, here we are in the output of the code that we showed you at the start of the video. And I've got lots of displays in there so that we can see what we're doing. All right, so here we create a dictionary. I go ahead and print out the contents so we make sure that it was created correctly. Here's the loop that we ran. Here's the output of the loop. All right, here we go to the next example where we're using the enumerate function to create the value. Remember the how in the dictionary you had a key and then the value? Well, this list is going to be the value, and the key we actually created here. Okay. Excuse me. And there we are in the next example where we use the zip function to combine two lists to create this interesting output here. There's also the format in there. And by the way, all these things, if you have questions about them, you just go to the manual and refresh yourself on how it uses. But this, but as you see, it's just inputs the Q and the A, and it really doesn't do anything as far as like extra parameters on what to do. All right, let's go to the next example where here we have the reverse and the range, and we talked about this a little bit when we were going through the manual, so we're not going to have to do that again. Here again, oh look, here's the sort. This is what we were working with, and this is what we got, right? And then we use that same list, okay, and we put a set inside the sort before we perform the sort, and here we get the output. All right, so with that, we're done with today's lesson. Go out, have some fun, try not to get in any trouble. I'll see you in the next video.